again, you see with the community work I do, the more community involvement you have, that's what creates the safe havens in the environments. The more people you have on the street that are for good, that are walking and talking and saying hi, that's how you naturally drive a criminal away. Interestingly, I know Northside this weekend has their porch tour, but it's a great concept because when you look around the urban core of Cincinnati, all the old houses had front porches, where all suburbia has back decks.
Interesting.
And so I had somebody, just a friend, move into West Price Hill, and she's on an old street over by Elder and Seton, and she just had her second baby. She said, I just started hanging out on the front porch because it was a bigger area and I was able to talk to my neighbors. And she said, and then we realized that we were all hanging out on our front porches more than we were on the back, which then we saw the kids that kept running through and throwing rocks at other cars stop running through and throwing rocks because we were on the front porch.
Interesting.
And, to the point where she was cute because she said, she decided she was going to make a new batch of cookies. She ran out of an ingredient, and there's a retired couple down the street. She said, I'm just going to go ask them. I could easily run to the store, but I'm going to go down there and ask them for, the cup of sugar. And the old lady, the older neighbor she was like moved to tears because she's like, this is how neighbors are supposed to be. This is how it used to be. And the mere fact that you came down, I feel like this was a blessing that you're asking me for an ingredient to make something, and she was making cookies for the neighbors actually. So, but to
Perfect.
have that kind, and I truly believe those little tidal waves start. That's how you start these motions moving forward of, if your block starts doing it, then the next block will learn from you, and the next block, and that's just how you start gaining your neighborhoods back, is just getting out and talking to your neighbors, get to know who they are. It's the same thing that we did in mine, and it makes a huge difference because people are looking out for each other.